You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
So today what we're going to do is continue this topic of how to implement Bara. I'm trying to take this down. I don't know how. Oh, okay. How to implement Bara in regards to sports. Let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. And by the way, I'll do my intro about cancer and stuff. I'll cut this off of the when I post. This is the live will be live. I don't edit the live, but when I take this video later tonight and cut it out, my little speech in the beginning, my little kutbahs, I take them out. I'll take this kutbah out and make it separate, because these young women have to learn to take medicine. There ain't no excuse for a woman to be stupid enough to die from cancer because she don't want to take the treatment, because it's a conspiracy and I'm going to eat some grass and black seed. Are you out your mind? Stupid. All right, so let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen here. Yeah, that's some serious stuff. Yeah, this is the sports. Okay, hold on. Yeah, the sister here say, Layla, that's one thing you always tell us right. I try to. That's our job as Daya. We got to speak. You know, we have to address, you know, the problems. And that's a big problem here in America. Everybody's out to get me, when ain't nobody out to get you but yourself. Okay, let's look at the screen here. I got the PowerPoint. And I'm going to work it a little different today. Hold on. So today, here we go. Can y'all see there? Yeah, let me make me smaller. I want y'all to see this PowerPoint even better. I'm going to make my picture smaller. Yeah. Plus, I can read it better this way. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss how to balance. How to take the balanced approach when it comes to sports. It's not haram for us to engage in sports, as long as the sport that we're engaging in does not contradict our belief system, our ideology, or any of that. So let's take a look at this approach that Sheikh Kareem has come up with here. And of course, he starts off, physical well-being and spiritual devotion are not mutually exclusive. They go hand in hand and they complement one another. For Muslim athletes, integrating the principles of Islam into our sporting endeavors is very beneficial. And what Sheikh Kareem has done, which I really like how he did this, he mapped out some key guidelines to consider when it comes to a sport. If your child comes to you, like I had a young girl come to me Friday at my Q&A, and she asked, Sister Layla, can I play soccer? Well, here's some guidelines to listen to. Number one, first of all, it doesn't matter if you're working, if you're playing, we cannot become remiss in our religious duties. You have to be able to still perform your prayers. You don't want to get so caught up in the game, as they say, that you become late in performing your prayers. All your prayers have to be performed. You still have to fast the month of Ramadan. Every year we go through this about from the sports. Oh, it's football season or it's basketball season and it's Ramadan. So do you think Allah is going to give you a pass to play football or a pass to play basketball and not worship him? Are you crazy? You still have to fast. You still have to do what you have to do. And also we have to uphold the dress code. And this is what I want you men to understand. Even for you brothers, your aura has to be covered. You have to wear shorts or pants that come down past your knee. You cannot dress like the non-Muslim men. You have to have your aura. Your aura is from your navel to your knee. It has to be covered. The same for you Muslim women. Like the girl that asked me about playing soccer. Okay, you have to still have your aura covered. You still have to have on a jilbab. You still have to have on a kimar. So we have to uphold the principles of wala, which is allegiance to our religion. And also gender separation. This is extremely important. You cannot have girls playing with free mixing with boys and etc. And this is a big problem because I understand that there's a lot of famous speakers here in America, these brothers and sisters who hold PhDs from the Kafir universities. They're telling you and advocating free mixing. They're saying that the laws about mixing, the laws and guidelines, the law set about how we're supposed to interact with the opposite sex needs to be revisited. I don't know who these women and men think they are. I can tell you they some terrible, sinful people because Allah's laws are not to be revisited and changed. You cannot have girls doing sports with boys and boys doing sports with girls. That's not going to work. That's not going to fly. If you're going to have soccer, the boys play soccer with the boys. The girls play soccer with the girls. You can put up a platform to separate them. Say, for example, your masjid has a soccer field. They can put up a petition or something to separate the boys' side from the girls' side. And even though you're playing with your same sex, you still have to have your aura covered. A woman still has to cover her aura. The boys have to still cover theirs too, especially since these same famous men and women are advocating LGBTQ. They're saying it's okay to be gay too. So you don't know if you playing with somebody that's LGBTQ. So you better have that, your higher, have some higher and have your body parts covered. And also, whatever sport you're playing, it has to be ethical. What does that mean? No gambling, no betting, no cursing. If you're playing basketball with the brothers, no cursing on the field. This is something Muslims have filthy mouths. We've imitated the kafir so badly. We got Muslims men that call themselves sitting up on YouTube, cursing, playing the dirty dozen even, talking about people's mama, talking about people's wives, playing the dirty dozen just like the kafir men do, using filthy profanity. We can't indulge in that type of behavior. And also we have to be compassionate. What does that mean? We can't, as Sister Precious said, we cannot go around deliberately, intentionally harming one another. That's why boxing is haram. Every Muslim knows that. Muslim men, Muslim women, we cannot box because boxing, you have to deliberately hurt someone. We can't go around punching in the face. We can't go around trying to punch you in the stomach to hurt you. We can't do that. And we can't use animals for target practice or any of that stuff either. And also, even in the type of sport, like Precious said, sports are lawful, but you want to make sure that whatever sport that you're indulging in, is nothing haram, like boxing. I had one of the kids ask me that, Sister Layla, can I learn how to box? No. Boxing is haram. All the scholars agree on that. Why? Because of the Prophet Muhammad is clear. He says it. What's the source? Bukhari. Anyone who punches another person or even an animal in the face has the curse of Allah on him. Boxing is haram. This is a sport that you cannot participate in. This is a sport that you do not put your children in. Your children don't do that. Can they do karate? Yeah. Can they do kung fu? Yes. But not boxing. MMA fighting. If the MMA fighting is hitting in the face and deliberately, intentionally trying to take a person's stomach out, no. No. So you have to make sure that it doesn't, whatever the sport is, doesn't contradict, our ethics either. And again, sports should serve as a means of being healthy because, like I was saying in my introduction, our body has a right over us. We're supposed to take care of our bodies. When the angel of death pulls our soul, and the first thing it's going to say, if you did not take care of your body, or if you didn't take your medicine, is why did you kill yourself? Why did you bring your body to ruin? Why did you deny your body of its right? I am an older woman. I'm 63 years old, but I work out on a regular basis. I take care of my body. I'm always stretching. I'm always bending. I'm always doing exercise to keep my limbs lubricated and to make myself able to move. Y'all want to know why I look so young? I take care of my body. And I take my medicine. You women want to know why I'm 63 and I look better than you and you 20? I take my medicine. I ain't never been a conspiracy. I've always feared Allah. I ain't never feared man. I do what Allah says. I know that medicine comes from Allah. And if I'm sick, I'm going to do what the doctor say. Take your medicine. I got asthma. I carry my inhaler with me. I got high blood pressure. I take my blood pressure pills every day. I'm vitamin C deficient. I take my vitamin C capsule every day. I'm B12 deficient. I take my B12 every day. I'm vitamin D deficient, or I'm a lot of vitamin. I'm anemic. I am also terribly anemic. I take my iron pill and stool softener every day. Yeah. Don't forget the stool softener for the iron. You'll tear yourself up. Allah has, like, what did the prophet say? There's a treatment for everything. What's the treatment for having to take iron? And it makes it hard. The treatment is stool softener. So you sisters that are elderly, take your stool softener like the doctor prescribes. SubhanAllah. That's how we take care of ourselves. If we take care of ourselves by eating properly, by exercising on a regular basis, then we can be 60, 70, 80, 90 years old and still look good and still be able to function as women. I'm talking to the sisters here. Y'all got to start proving these brothers wrong. These brothers believe that once a woman turns 40, she's no good. Why do you think a lot of these brothers, they divorce their wives when they get 40? because they got in their mind that a woman's supposed to age and get bad. They think that they can age and still be young, which is a lie. Some of these brothers look like something the dog dragged in. Okay? But you sisters need to start taking care of your bodies, taking your medicines, your vitamins, and exercising to prove these men wrong, to show them that they're the ones that go downhill as they age, not us. Because the reality is a woman gets better in age. Her drive gets higher and stronger in age. It's the man that drops. But you sisters don't prove these brothers wrong, because you Muslim women, I hate to say this, the Kafir women take care of themselves. A lot of you sisters ask me, why is it that Muslim men are marrying Kafir women or they're marrying converts? Because you Muslim women don't take care of yourselves. Y'all think that everything is a conspiracy. So you let yourself get old. You let yourself get broke down. You let yourself get haggard. Where the Kafir women, they know what to do. They exercise. They do Botox too. I wouldn't do that. But they do Botox. Them Kafir women know how to keep it real. And that's probably why these Muslim men are marrying them. Because some of you Muslim women look bad. Younger than me. And look like y'all 100 years old. Don't even take care of your teeth. You Muslim women got to take care of your teeth too. Clean your teeth up. Go to the dentist. Get your teeth cleaned. I get my teeth cleaned once every 3 months. Subhanallah. So the reality is that women, Allah created us where our stamina gets higher the older we get. The man's stamina gets lower. But if your stamina is not going to increase if you live in a life with no exercise, you're not eating properly, you have no self-esteem, no self-respect, no self-love, no self-confidence, life is going to just toss you to the side. You ain't taking your medicine. Oh, yeah. All right. So, let me give you a quiz. Exercise is important. Sports is important. Let me ask you some questions here. Question number 1. Give me some examples of sports that would be lawful for us to do. And why is it that that sport is lawful? Because like I said, we have to weigh it. As long as it doesn't contradict our allegiance to Allah, to this religion, to our identity and our values, we can do it. Give me an example of a sport that we can't do and explain to me why we can't. And don't mention boxing, because we already did boxing. Give me another example. Who would like to start us off? Go ahead. Okay, somebody said bikini modeling. MashaAllah. Let me get this one first. Good answer. Can you tell us why, brother, being a bikini model is something that we can't do? Being a model, period. Can you explain why being a bikini model is something we can't do? Because it entails showing our aura. A woman being put on display. Good job. A woman being a public spectacle. Good job, brother. Okay, what's another one? Go ahead, the kid in Zoom. Go ahead.
Swimming and being a transformer because you have to show your skin.
Exactly, being an Olympic swimmer. Exactly, we can't do that. Because this entails a woman, again, being a public spectacle. I don't care if you put a burqa on and an abaya. When you get in that water, what's going to happen? It's going to cling to you and you're going to drown. Okay? We can't do that. Not as a sport. Can I swim at home in private? Yes, but not as a sport. Good job. Sister Musima said cheerleading. Good job. That's a public spectacle. I can't make myself a public spectacle like that as a Muslim woman cheerleading. What else?
Gymnastics.
Good job. Gymnastics and ballet. Good job. And this is something that I struggled with my Jayla, my granddaughter. When Jayla was 3 years old, I put her in gymnastics. And I also put her in Taekwondo. She loved the gymnastics better, and Jayla was good. Jayla was good. She can get on them bars. She can work them bars just like them Olympics can. But I had to take her out of it. At the age of 12, I said, that's it, you're done. I got videos of her too. She would come to my house and she could flip up in the air, do them backwards forward, go up and do 4 rounds, and that hurt her. But I told her, use it with your Taekwondo. Because that's why I put her in there. Use it with your Taekwondo. I don't like the Taekwondo. I want to be in Olympics. And she was that good. Even her teacher had talked to her mother and tried to get her mother, let her be on the city team because Jayla was that good. But I had to tell her, you can't do that. That was for you to learn how to defend yourself with your Taekwondo so you can jump on the wall and do a flip and come down on a guy and take him down and kill him if you got to. You know, but that's a hurtful thing. And Jayla to this day, she'll tell you, what's the worst thing that ever happened? They took me out of gymnastics. She loved gymnastics. She can still do that stuff too. She can still flip. She makes TikTok videos of her flipping and crap, you know. But yeah, we can't do that. Ballet too. Ballet is a public spectacle. Okay, here's a good answer that the brother gave. He said eating contests. Because eating massive amounts of food is a waste and leads to health problems. Good job, brother, for thinking outside the box.
We can't do that.
Huh? Yeah, we can't do that. And that's a big thing now. That's become a sport. Here where I live, they have a hot dog eating contest. They have a hamburger eating contest all the time downtown where I live. Who can eat the most hot dogs? Who can eat the most corned beef sandwiches? This type of sports, it violates our Islamic ethics. We cannot overindulge in food like that. Good job, brother. Good job, Saba. Artistic swimming, any type of swimming like that. Basketball. What about basketball? Is it haram for women or men?
Women.
Exactly. For us women, the men can do basketball. Does it come with a condition?
Yes. The shorts have to be past his knees.
Exactly. He has to have his order covered. Us women, we can't do no public sports. Us women, we can't do any public sports because it's all just spectacles. As Muslim women, we're not supposed to become a public spectacle. But for the brothers, they can do basketball. Can the brothers do swimming?
No.
What do y'all think? No. Can the men compete in swimming?
Yes.
Yes, the men can with the condition. The condition being that their aura is covered. They're going to have to cover up their aura. The men can compete in swimming. What about gymnastics? Can the men compete in, can the men do ballet and gymnastics? What do y'all think about that? Can men do ballet and gymnastics?
No, because those are girl sports.
That's one reason. Those are, well, ballet definitely is a girl sport. Gymnastics, no, because they're going to have to cover their aura. And a gymnast man cannot wear no baggy pants. I'm sorry. If you a gymnast, everything has to be tight, because if it's baggy, it's going to get in the way. And men cannot show their aura. So this is a sport that the men can't participate in. They can't do. Go ahead.
Do track and field either, because you have to wear tight garments and
unless they cover their aura. Unless they cover their aura, exactly. So these are things that men can do if they cover their aura, but we women can't do it at all. A woman cannot be a public spectacle, period, dot. I don't care if she put a burqa on and come out in a balloon. She cannot make her, she's now a public spectacle. Y'all understand that? Good job. Okay, let's look at this question. What about this? Is it okay for women to compete with men in karate and other self-defense sports? What about this?
No, they can't compete. Touch a man that's not your husband.
Exactly. Good job. Exactly. We can't do this, guys. And we see a lot of Muslim women doing this. There's videos on YouTube. Did y'all see that video of that African-American woman and her husband? You know, we're living in the days of fitting. Like that question I got for the Q&A about, you know, being a social media influencer. They got an African-American couple. She's black, African-American woman, and her African-American husband. This woman has on a black karate suit, and she's got a burqa on where all you can see is an eye, but she flipping all up in the air, with her husband. Her feet ain't covered, her feet exposed. You can see every shape of her body as she lands, the butt up. But she think because she's got a burqa on, all she did is hide her face. It's still haram. She's a public spectacle. We can't do that. Would the Prophet Muhammad make a video of him and Aisha or him and Hafsa flipping up in the air together? Is this something that he would do with any of his wives? That's what you brothers need to ask yourselves. I don't know why. This is one of the signs of the last hour, and I put a short out. Make sure y'all check out my shorts, because that was a question from this past Friday that was asked to me. This social media, me and my husband, we're going to make a YouTube channel and do karate together, and I'll just throw a burqa on and look like this. Are you out your mind? Is your husband crazy too? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all need some love? Y'all need some attention? You better go pray, hit that prayer rug. Take that roundhouse flip and do it on the floor with Allah. Ask Allah to forgive you. Ask Allah to help you find your way back to Him. So even if it's martial arts, guys, we can't do that. Women cannot do competitive sports, even if it's self-defense. I mean, we learn to defend ourselves. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, okay? But you would never see me out in the public participating on the Olympic team or nothing like that, or even, sparring publicly. We can't do that. Okay, what about this? Well, we just answered it. Is it lawful for Muslim women to compete in the Olympics at all? Is there any sport that a Muslim woman can compete in the Olympics in? Is there any sport that a woman can do for the Olympic team?
There's no sport we can participate in because then we will become a public spectacle.
Okay, what do y'all think about that sister from out of Brooklyn, New York? That sister from out of Brooklyn, New York, she was a swordswoman. She was dressed in hijab. In fact, she wore kimar. Was that lawful what she was doing in the Olympics and everybody gave her accolades for?
I don't think it was lawful.
No, it wasn't. Everybody and she's all on a box of cereal, and everybody's like, oh, she's a Muslim lady who won the gold medal, but she's a Muslim lady that disobeyed the law. And that's the first thing that my granddaughter said. My granddaughter said I could have been on the Olympics team. Because Jayla was good, guys. I'm not lying. Jayla is still good at gymnastics. That girl can flip, swing, work them bars, do a balancing beam. Oh, Jayla can do a balancing beam and flip. She said, why is it that y'all took me off the gymnastics and I could have been statewide? They wanted Jayla to go statewide at the age of 12. She said, you wouldn't let me do gymnastics, but we got this Muslim lady fencing. I said, that Muslim lady is going to answer to Allah for fencing. But inshallah, we ain't answering to him for it. You cannot be a public spectacle. And this is something that you women, Muslim women in the West, have to understand. Why are you giving accolades to a woman who's disobeyed the law? Allah says, do not make a public spectacle of yourself unless there's a need. Is there a need for a woman, a Muslim woman, to get up and fence publicly? No. Is it bringing you closer to Allah? No. Is it helping the ummah? No. Even to do what I do, dawah. For me to get up on this computer, there has to be a need. Is there a need for a woman like me to get up here and teach Islam? Yes, because the brothers ain't doing it, or the brothers can't do it. The brothers are too busy fighting with each other, calling each other kafirs, posting up crap about each other. Or they don't know the deen correctly. Their aqeedah's messed up. Or they don't know the hadiths. Somebody's got to teach this deen. So there's a need for this. There's a need for me. But I have to follow the guidelines behind my screen, like Aisha, radiallahu anha. There was a need for Aisha behind her curtain. Computer is my curtain. And I can't stand up. I have to remain seated, be dressed like I am. Attractive, because Allah doesn't like ugly. Allah likes beauty. Allah wants us to represent his religion correctly. Okay? I don't have to cover my face. I don't have to cover my hands. Allah doesn't command that, and neither did the Prophet's wives do that. Aisha didn't cover her face and her hands. None of that stuff. But I have to make sure my voice is loud. Y'all ask me, why am I loud? That's the condition. If a woman is going to speak publicly, I have to make my voice loud. I have to make my voice intimidating. I have to be intimidating. That's what Allah says. So there's a need for me to do what I'm doing. Who else going to do it? Who else gonna break it down in English to you? In grassroots, plain, simple English, based on the Quran and the authentic hadith. Who else is gonna explain Kareem Abu-Zayd's book to you in plain, simple English? So there's a need for what I'm doing. But is there a need for a woman to get up and do fencing? Is there a need for a Muslim woman to be sitting around doing roundhouse kicks and taking videos of herself? Is there a need for a woman to sit on the internet and show you how she puts henna on? I mean, come on, people. If it ain't bringing you close to Allah, And that's what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us. He said, if it doesn't bring you close to Allah, then it's a waste.